and I have tried to make it a priority to urge the government of Vietnam to uphold its stated commitments to religious freedom. I deeply value the active civic engagement of the Vietnamese American community in Nebraska with regards to these and other important human rights issues. It is my privilege to serve the Vietnamese American community, and I want to thank Congressman Gao, who, as he mentioned, at 8 years old, 34 years ago today, fled his homeland of Vietnam on a United States of America C-130 transport plane, for bringing this important resolution forward and allowing us to reflect on the profound commitment of the Vietnamese refugee population to the well-being of our nation. I yield back the balance of our time.
Gentleman's time has expired. Gentleman from Massachusetts.
Mr. Speaker, we continue to reserve.
Gentleman from Georgia.
Mr. Speaker, it's my privilege to yield 3 minutes to my friend and colleague from the state of New Jersey, Mr. Smith.
I thank my good friend for yielding. Mr. Speaker, I rise in strong support of H.Res. 342 offered by my good friend and colleague, Mr. Joseph Gao. The Vietnamese Refugee Day resolution sets aside May 2nd, 2009 as a day of remembrance and celebration for the growing Vietnamese American community in the United States and throughout the world. First, I'd like to say a few words about Mr. Gao, the first Vietnamese elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. Joseph is a husband, father, and man of deep and abiding religious faith, and currently serves the people of Louisiana's 2nd District. Mr. Gao is far too modest and humble to say it, but he is the quintessential example of a refugee success story. Joseph Gao's father, a lieutenant in the Army of the Republic of Vietnam, was captured by the North Vietnamese at the end of the war and was incarcerated for 7 terrible years in a re-education camp. In 1975, at the age of 8, Joseph escaped Vietnam with 2 of his siblings. His mom and jailed father remained. Joseph Gao worked hard in his new adopted homeland. Smart, resourceful, devout, and generous to a fault, Joseph earned his bachelor's degree at Baylor, his master's from Fordham University, and his J.D. from Loyola Law School. Never forgetting the plight of refugees and wanting to make a difference in the lives of the disenfranchised, Joseph became an immigration lawyer. He worked tirelessly to aid refugees and to assist in unifying families. He served as a member of the board of directors of Boat People, SOS, and he is now a member of the United States Congress. Joseph Gao is an inspiration to all who escape tyranny and come to America. With persistence and hard work and faith, Joseph inspires a new generation of refugees, and really everyone else as well, that you can achieve and do wonderful things if you put your mind to it and you persist. His resolution highlights the extraordinary work and the contributions made by Vietnamese Americans and the work of groups like Boat People SOS and the work of people like Dr. Tong, who have welcomed Vietnamese asylum seekers fleeing re-education camps, harassment, religious persecution, labor violations, and other human rights abuses. Over 2 million boat people and other refugees from Vietnam have received asylum in the United States and around the world. Half of those individuals have made their home in the U.S. Vietnamese Americans have made a significant contribution to our country, bringing their rich heritage and culture and endeavor to make the United States their permanent home. The sad thing, Mr. Speaker, is that Vietnam itself continues to repress, and the human rights record of that country remains deplorable. In fact, ethnic religious minority groups such as the Montagnard in the Central Highlands and the Khmer Krom Buddhists continue to face immense persecution. As for additional 30 seconds.
Additional 30 seconds.
The gentleman is recognized for the additional 30 seconds.
And my friend for yielding. And the Khmer Krom Buddhists continue to face intense persecution, beatings, and even death. I would hope that in light of Mr. Gao's resolution, we in this Congress would re-examine and redouble our efforts to promote freedom and democracy in Vietnam and to remove hindrances for the Vietnamese people seeking asylum in the U.S. and elsewhere around the world. Again, I congratulate my good friend and colleague, and again, his story is a success story that needs to be held up in neon lights. Joseph Gao, congratulations.
Time has expired. Gentleman from Massachusetts.
Mr. Speaker, we continue to reserve.
Gentleman from Georgia.